A tale of war, love, swords, sorcery, and surprises. And a story that teaches us heroes come in all sizes. We're talking Willow today on Grover Served. Hi, I'm Tanner Grover. This past week, Hollywood lost Val Kilmer, an actor famous for such roles as Iceman, Batman, Jim Morrison, and my favorite, Mad Mardigan, who was the sociopathic swordman in the 1988 fantasy film Willow. We're going to get into all the details, but before we do, if you could go ahead and smash that subscribe button, as if you were the sorceress Razzo and Willow trying to smash into the gates of Knockmar Castle and rescue the Princess Elora Danan. I would really appreciate that. And while you're at it, go ahead and click that little notification bell so hopefully more of me shows up in your feed. A friendly reminder that Grover Served is not a spoiler-free show. Willow was directed by Ron Howard, who was recruited by George Lucas to bring this fantasy adventure to life. Lucas, of course, brought us Star Wars and the Indiana Jones franchise. Willow hits many of those same story beats, and it's noted for its breakthrough morphing technology, something that was later perfected in a film like Terminator 2 with the T-1000. But let's get into Willow. A child born with a prophetic birthmark has been whisked away to safety by a midwife to avoid the clutches of the evil sorceress Queen Bavmorda. Legend has it that such a child threatens to overthrow the reign of Bavmorda and bring about peace to the land of Knockmar and beyond. Bavmorda's dogs track down and kill the midwife. The baby floats downriver to safety when eventually floating into the arms of Nelwyn farmer Willow, who's also an aspiring sorcerer. One of Bavmorda's dogs attacks Willow's Nelwyn village during their town festival. When the dog is killed by Nelwyn warriors, it's soon discovered that the dog was looking for a Daikini baby. The village elder orders Willow and a group of volunteers to bring the baby to the crossroads in hope of uniting it with the Daikini family. And so we enter the Fellowship of the Ring portion of our tale, where this gaggle of misfits has to avoid the main roads as Bavmorda sends out more dogs, as well as her daughter Sorsha and the evil General Kale to try to find this child and bring it back to Knockmar Castle. When the group finally reaches the crossroads, they encounter a Daikini. It's Mad Mardigan, played by Val Kilmer. He claims to be the best swordsman in all the land, yet for some reason, he's in this crow's cage. But if they let him out, he's happy to help with their problem and take care of that baby. After all, kids love him. That's reason enough for all the Nelwyn to say, you know what, let's do it. And they feel their mission is done and head back for the village. Everyone except for Willow and his best buddy Migosh. They need a little bit more convincing. It's not until this army approaches and their commander Eric stops by Mad Mardigan's cage. They know each other from previous battles. Eric tells Mad Mardigan, I'm on my way to Knockmar Castle. It's time to take out Bavmorda. Willow and Migosh, they know that Bavmorda's bad news. And when they see that Mad Mardigan and Eric are kind of on the same side, they decide, all right, maybe we'll let this guy out of his cage, take him up on his offer, and if we hurry, we can meet our buddies and make our way back to the Nelwyn village. Willow and Migosh only temporarily feel like heroes, as shortly thereafter, it's the baby flying overhead. It's been captured by brownies, which are tiny little people, roughly the size of ants. These brownies, they actually capture Willow and Migosh and tie them up, much like in Gulliver's Travels. It's not until a fairy frees Willow and explains to him that the baby is Elora Danan. Elora Danan is a legendary princess, and it's her destiny to overthrow Bavmorda and bring about peace to the land. She's chosen Willow to be her protector on this journey. Now, Willow is a little unsure of all of this. After all, he's just a farmer. But the fairy offers him a magic wand and instructs them to go find the sorceress Roselle. She will help Willow with the mission. Willow sends Migosh home and moves ahead with the assistance of two brownies, Rue and Frangine, who act as comic relief for the remainder of the movie. They kind of remind me of Timon and Pumbaa from The Lion King. The second half of this film is so action-packed that it's really beyond the scope of this video, but I'll do my best to surmise. We get a couple of chase scenes, one in a horse and carriage, and another down the side of a snowy mountain. Then there's the whole love angle. Madmartigan gets hit in the face with a love potion, and promptly falls for Sorsha. Sorsha falls for Madmartigan when she sees him in battle. There's this epic sequence where he's essentially fighting Kale's army all by himself, while also fighting off some trolls. One troll even turns into a two-headed dragon, which Madmartigan fearlessly leaps on and kills himself. Oloradana is captured and taken to Queen Badmorda, who prepares a ritual to banish her into the void. Meanwhile, Willow, Madmartigan, a defected Sorsha, the two brownies, and Eric's army show up at Notmar Castle. Queen Badmorda casts a spell and turns them all into pigs, except for Willow and Razel. Willow, after trying over and over and over again, finally turns Razel back into a sorceress with that magic wand. Razel turns the pigs back into people, and then the army storms the castle. In the castle tower, Razel, Sorsha, and Willow take on Queen Badmorda. When all looks lost, Willow utilizes the old disappearing pig trick, which causes Badmorda to freak out, fuck up, and banish herself. Oloradana, she's safe. Madmartigan and Sorsha agree to raise her, and Willow gets to return home to the Nelwyn village. He's not just a farmer, now he's a sorcerer, and also a hero. The end. Before I go ahead and rate this film, if you could go ahead and remember to subscribe to the channel and show your support, especially if you like what I'm doing here, I'd really appreciate it. Alright, I'm going to have to go ahead and give Willow 2 glasses of wine. It's really all about pacing. You see, there's so much movie here that I think it could have been broken down into 2 films. I'm not sure where the divide is. I've seen this movie probably 100 times, and it makes it a lot easier for me to remember the names and all the various storylines, but if I were seeing it with fresh eyes, I might not know what the hell was going on. One thing I will always enjoy, though, is Val Kilmer's performance as Madmartigan. It's probably right time, right place. I think he was probably the first anti-hero I ever saw on screen, but he played it with a lot of exuberance, and it's just fun to watch him do his thing. He left us too soon, but thankfully, he had so many memorable roles. Comment below and let me know what was one of your favorites of Val's. Alright, thanks for tuning in to Grover Served.